Hello everyone. We have come down to our last topic in Meteorology and Oceanography 1 for this semester, weather forecasting. Yes, you heard it right. This is the last module or last learning topic that we have to tackle before our final exam and before our project work. So this concludes all the topic to be covered, weather forecasting. While the seafarer can do nothing to control the atmospheric and sea conditions affecting his vessel, he can indirectly influence the circumstances arising from them through careful evaluation and application of the forecast data, both in pre-passage planning and on the passage. The success or otherwise of the evaluation and application depends on the amount and quality of data available. So, where it comes to forecasting sources of the seafarer, first and foremost is the own understanding of the weather around us or the weather at sea. Makikita natin siya, for example, pinaka-visible dyan is yung sky, the state of the sky. Because the state of the sky, nakikita mo na agad dyan kung tayo ba ay merong mababang atmospheric pressure or mataas na atmospheric pressure. So makikita mo siya without even looking at the barometer. For example, maulap sa area mo, asahan mo mababa ang barometer mo. For example naman, clear sky, asahan mo na mataas yung iyong barometer. Ang isa pang forecasting sources natin dyan is yung behavior ng dagat. Maalon ba yung dagat? Meron pa tayong swell? Kasi pag may swell sa area, kung saan nanggagaling yung swell, doon nanggagaling yung center of the cyclone or the cyclonic activity or the center of developing low pressure area. So, mafo-forecast na natin siya kapag naintindihan natin, na-appreciate na natin yung mga weather system. So, dyan pumapasok yung ating observation and analysis on the single observer forecasting. Whether on the passage or in port, the seafarer can directly monitor his environment to a greater or lesser degree. Nakadepende yan sa facility and time available. So you can have the analyzation of a comprehensive and series of observations, trends that can be established. For example, meron kang records ng atmospheric and sea condition ng isang area. Let me share you an experience when we are docked or nakadry dock kami daan sa Dalian, China. Yung charterer namin that time is CMA CGM. So, ang CMA CGM, mahigpit siya sa pagmamonitor ng improvement ng docking activities. Kasi nandyan yung mga talagang major repairs ng barko, papalitan yung pangalan ng barko, papalitan yung mga welding, yung iba, talagang overhauling buong barko. So, gusto nilang ma-monitor bakit mabagal or bakit mabilis yung improvement ng docking activities, yung repairs. So, gusto nilang isaalang-alang din is yung weather on that area, yung present weather. So, I experienced that na sa simula ng duty ko, kukuha ako ng weather data. I will get the humidity, the pressure, barometric pressure, temperature, the air temperature, tapos kukunin ko pa yung relative humidity and isasolve ko pa yung dew point. Nang ginagawa ko yan, start and end of my watch. Kasi yun yung requirement ni CMA CGM sa oras na yon. Doon ko siya gagawin. And nangyari yun sa akin when I was in my first time as an officer, fourth officer that time. So, sabi ni CMA CGM, okay, so kailangan meron tayong apat na reading sa isang araw. Okay? Imagine, apat na reading sa isang araw. So, ang unang reading daw niya is reading ng 4 a.m. local time. And then, next reading niya is alas 8. So, yun yung duty ko. And sunod na reading niya is ganun din, alas 4 and alas 8 din. So, umaga at hapon. So, bakit ganun? Minomonitor niya ano yung changes ng weather sa umaga at ano yung changes ng weather sa hapon hanggang sa gabi. So, kasi nagmo-monitor siya na pinag-aaralan niya, pwede ba nating i-adjust or pwede ba nating habaan ng working area or working time ng workers natin or dock workers natin or mga dockers para mas maging efficient daw or para mas mabilis daw yung trabaho. Okay, so pinag-aaralan nila yon at syempre, weather kasama yan. Weather elements such as pressure tendency, not necessarily restricted to the standard 3 hours preceding the time of observation, can be assessed from the barogram or established to the nearest hectopascal by frequent reading of the simple aneroid barometer. Trends o yung pagbabago ng barometric pressure, it's what we call trends, pagtaas sa pagbaba ng pressure, can also be assessed of the visibility range, cloud amount, and sequence of cloud type. So that's what I have told you. The value of visibility trend are enhanced when related to the presence and intensity of precipitation, mist, fog, haze, or the sea state. So, kapag na-realize mo na sa temperature pa lang, nakikita mo na yung pagbabago sa dew point, doon pa lang mafo-forecast mo na siya eh. Anong time pwedeng magkaroon ng fog? Anong time pwedeng magkaroon tayo ng dew? Okay? Anong time magsasaturate yung atmosphere na magkakaroon tayo ng restricted visibility? So, in your calculation pa lang sa relative humidity and dew point table, masasabi mo na makakapag-forecast ka na beforehand ganito yung temperature. Pag ganito yung temperature, malapit na itong humamog. So, paghahandaan mo na yun, ire-ready mo na yun. Most specifically, let me share you yung knowledge ng mga taga-bulk. Okay, for example, you have a bulk cargo na kailangan mong i-air out o kailangan mong i-ventilate. I don't know if na-discuss nyo na to in your seamanship lessons. Pero there is a specific type of cargo na kailangan mong i-ventilate habang nasa gitna ka ng dagat para ma-make sure mo na ma-maintain mo yung quality ng cargo. So, dapat babantayan mo siya at ang pinaka-critical dyan is the solving of or the forecasting of the weather when it comes to dew point and relative humidity. Most especially is yung ship's sweat or pagpapawis ng barko. So, iiwasan mo siya. So, iiwasan mo na mabasa yung kargada mula sa loob due to ship's sweat. So, ang isang knowledgeable na chief officer or a knowledgeable junior officer, may iiwasan nila yon at syempre magkakaroon sila ng good quality in maintaining the product. On board ship, meron tayong maintenance of logbook. So, pag sinabi nating maintenance of logbook, ito yung talagang record keeping. Minsan hourly, minsan every 2 hours yung pagre-record natin ng weather condition. So, on board the ship, meron tayong pagre-record dyan ng atmospheric pressure, air temperature, the wind direction and force. For example, ito ay south-southeast or southeast. So, that is the wind direction, the force of the wind, the cloud cover in octaves, and minsan cloud type. So, nandun din yung comment. Meron tayong moderate C, meron tayong rain na nasa not in the place of observation. For example, visibility naman, visibility is less than 1 kilometer, mga ganon. No? So, iba't ibang flag state, iba't ibang type ng logbook yung gamit. Minsan may logbook na kasama na doon sa logbook ang solving mo ng compass error every 2 hours. Magsasolve ka ng ganon. May ibang kapitan naman na nag-require na sabi niya, is kailangan every 4 hours or every duty ng kada opisyal, merong isang solving ng compass error at nakalagay dapat sa logbook. I experienced that when I was on board a Portugal flagship. So, yung mga Portugal flag na barko, yung may logbook sila na may islat doon na hanapin mo yung compass error, gyro error, variation, magnetic deviation. So, doon pa lang mag-practice na kayo kasi babalik sa inyo yung celestial navigation calculations nyo. So, that is about logbook entry. The analysis of the data indicates the advance of a frontal depression, and the bearing of the center can be determined by applying Bayes-Ballot law. Thus, the conditions likely to be encountered will be those associated with the passage of a depression. Once such a short-term forecast is made, the monitoring process should be continued to verify or modify the forecast at frequent intervals, as the conclusions reached will be important for a safe passage. So, ibig sabihin dito is nakadepende yung pag-forecast mo o yung record mo doon sa iyong logbook. So, doon pa lang sa logbook mo, kung meron doong sequence ng cloud formation from cirrus to cirrus stratus to stratus, makikita nyo yung passage of a frontal system. So, doon na mababasa or doon mo na mafo-forecast na ay meron tayong paparating na masamang panahon. Kasi meron tayong nilalampasan na frontal system. The procedure has inherent limitations as it assumes that the particular pressure system inferred from the observation will result in the same meteorological conditions on every occasion. Variations will occur, and the knowledge of the seafarer who may have great experience of the area will be available in the analysis and forecast procedures. So, marami tayong meteorological data sa barko. Meron tayong sources as like Navtex, meron tayo niyan, or navigational telex, meron tayong navigational information from Inmarsat-C or SATC telex. Meron tayong telegram na in a form of printed paper na print out sa ating SATC din. Okay? And meron din tayo in a form of email pa na prognostic chart in a form of VVS or Bon Voyage system as we have discussed from last topic. So marami tayong meteorological data that is available na syempre in accordance with WMO or World Meteorological Organization recommendation and National Meteorological Center that in return for the observations received from voluntary observing ships. The radio weather services available worldwide to the seafarers are documented in the ALRS or Admiralty List of Radio Signals, Volume 3. Tatandaan nyo yan, saan daw nakarecord ang weather services available worldwide. So ito yung mga list ng mga frequency na pwede mong gamitin sa iyong Navtex, sa iyong weather facsimile. Nandyan yan sa ALRS Volume 3. Nasa Volume 3A naman ang mga series of charts that identifies the areas either by name, letter, or figures to which the broadcast may relate. We have storm warnings. So may yung mga forecasters sa NMC or National Meteorological Centers, for example, Pag-asa, meron tayo niyan, having established from prognostic data that the possible of high winds over sea areas will compile a storm warning. The anticipated wind force and direction for the sea areas likely to be affected are stated. And if the warning is due to a tropical cyclone, the position of its center and its past and future movement are included. Yung mga station na nagpo-provide nito, for example, if I still remember, the shore station of Hong Kong is number 004160 if I'm not mistaken. So, dyan kasi ako lagi tumatawag for meteorological information update dyan kapag napapadaan ako dyan sa may bandang papuntang Hong Kong. So, dyan ako tumatawag sa shore station ng Hong Kong. And aabangan ko yan sa kanilang synoptic hour, of course, and doon sa kanilang radio station at nandyan yan sa ALRS Volume 3. So, minsan nagbibigay sila ng storm warning. For example, in a form of a radio message sa inyong VHF, security, security, security. All stations, all stations, all stations. So, mga ganon. So, kapag nakaparinig na kayo ng security, security, security. Okay? So, syempre, ang meaning ng security in marine communication is this is a navigational safety broadcast or this is a navigational safety warning. Yan. So, ano yan ng, for example, security, security, security. Storm warning. Storm warning. All ships, all ships, all ships. We are advised. So, mga ganun-ganyan. So, hahaba na yon. So, may kinig kayo. And, being a navigator, being the OOW, you have to take down notes kung ano yung sinasabi sa radyo. The whole message will be repeated twice, as always. Minsan naman sinasabi iyan in first muna is local language nila and then the second one is doon sa English language. Meron naman tayong printed warning na nakalagay doon, storm warning. That is general rather than specific since the forecast wind speed may vary from force 6 strong breeze to force 12 hurricane. The message is usually issued by the language of the country of origin, and WMO recommends that it is also issued in English. In certain parts of the world, the National Broadcasting Service of a country is used as a channel for transmitting storm warnings. So, nandyan yan sa ALRS Volume 3. Their transmissions are made as soon as possible after the receipt of the warning from the NMC, normally at the first available program break, and are repeated at convenient breaks so long as the warning remains in force. So this is an example of a Navtex receiver. So diyan mo maseset. Hindi yan nagagana ng maayos kung hindi mo iseset yung inyong sea area kung nasan kayo. So in that Navtex, diyan mo marireceive sa isang parang ticket lang siya na size. Maliit lang talaga at maliit lang din yung printout niya. Diyan mo marireceive yung mga safety messages, minsan distress messages din na may nahulog sa dagat na mangingisda, may mangingisda na hindi makontak. Diyan sa may bandang Vietnam, halos araw-araw, mayroon diyang lumulubog na fishermen. So, diyan mo mababasa yan sa Navtex. If the seafarer is to gain the maximum benefit of the storm warning service, then a policy of regular radio watch is essential. Kaya kasama sa trabaho natin bilang nabigador, bilang you are in the officer of the watch, kasama dyan ang continuous monitoring of the safety channel and distress channel. So, the distress channel is the channel 16. Okay, so dapat nakamonitor ka dyan kasi tigkabilang VHF o kaya naka-dual watch ka sa iyong VHF DSC channel 70 or channel 70. So, equivalent din yan is channel 16. So, dapat nakabantay ka dyan para sa iyong mga weather updates. However, delays which may occur between the original issue of a warning and its receipt on board can seriously reduce its value, which is critical in the case of tropical or temperate low pressure system. Since this can develop and deepen rapidly, the information in a warning is intended to establish concisely the forecast conditions for the sea area concerned. But it must be interpreted intelligently using onboard observations and other data, as it may only be applicable to part of the area. We have navigational warnings. So these navigational warnings are meteorological warnings of conditions affecting the safety of vessel, which may either be included in the NAVAREA warnings. So yung NAVAREA is short for Navigational Area Warnings, or precede their issue, nandyan pa rin yan sa ALRS Volume 3. The phenomena which may form a part of all the broadcasts may be tropical cyclones, visibility of 2 km or less, severe icing, wave heights of 8 meters or more, and winds of force 10 or above. Gale warnings, weather forecasts, and ice reports are also transmitted via Navtex, ALR, na makikita yung channel niya and settings sa ALRS Volume 3. So, yan talaga yung pinakang guide mo, ALRS Volume 3. Diyan mo lahat makukuha. Lahat ng data, lahat ng interpretation, diyan mo lahat makukuha yan. Sa ALRS Volume 3. This is also another type of Navtec receiver. So, medyo malaki-laki siya. So, makikita mo dyan na meron siyang ice warning, mayroon siyang i-describe niya kung ano yung shape ng ice pack na pwede mo makasalubong at syempre dahil nga may warning na, aabangan mo na siya para maiwasan. Another thing or another equipment na pwede nating pagkuhanan ng weather forecast is the facsimile chart. The provision of meteorological data through facsimile transmissions is a relatively recent introduction compared with the issue of weather bulletins. Several companies manufacture and market facsimile equipment, which essentially consists of a receiver and a recorder. So yung receiver niya is may panel siya with buttons, and yung recorder niya is basically a inkjet na mag-print out to record the weather data. So, ang ilalabas niya is isa siyang synoptic chart in your weather facsimile. The seafarer, by consulting ALRS Volume 3 and identifying these stations with subheading facsimile schedule, which transmit the data required. They select the frequency on the receiver and together with the automatic mode, the recorder if available. So ito na yung operation ng facsimile chart. So ang paliwanag dito is the basic operation of a basic facsimile chart. Nakadalasan this is manufactured in Japan. So nakagamit pa ako nito when I was on board, last barko ko lang. Nakagamit pa ako and nakadepende ang quality ng printout niya, ng record niya, depende dun sa area. At depende kung gaano kakalapit sa iyong weather station at gaano kakasakto doon sa synoptic hour. This is an example of a printout ng isang facsimile chart. So masasabi ko na maganda pa yung printout nito kasi malinaw na malinaw pa yung nasaan yung center of low pressure area. So makikita pa dito malinaw na malinaw, nandito yung yung depression, and nagkakaroon dito, ito yung warm sector, nagkakaroon ng development of occlusion here. Okay, so makikita natin dito yung yung frontal system. We have the warm front, we have the generating frontogenesis here sa center of the low pressure, and meron pa tayong anticyclone here. Okay? So, makikita niyo pa ang symbol dito ng NOAA na siyang provider ng synoptic chart na to through your facsimile. So, we can also notice yung ating wind symbol. So I can say that the wind symbol here is equivalent to, we have here 20 knots and we have here 15 knots na wind. Okay? So mahina pa lang yung hangin kasi malapit siya sa center of anticyclone. So malinaw pa yung printout in this case of the synoptic chart. Another is the surface analysis. The facsimile schedule in ALRS Volume 3 provide information on the types of charts available from meteorological centers. The surface analysis and surface prognostic charts are of particular value to the seafarer. Siyempre, dyan tayo kumukuha ng basic information natin which pertains to the weather. The surface analysis shows that the surface distribution of pressure by means of isobars and associated fronts for the synoptic hour that is stated. Synoptic reports from land stations and ships may be also included using the recommended station plot format. Or if there is insufficient space, only critical elements may be plotted. So what are those critical elements? Yung wind direction, speed, and kasama naman na rin dyan yung cloud cover. So this is an example of a surface analysis chart. So pag sinabi nating surface analysis chart, may pagkakatulad din siya sa synoptic chart, pero nakafocus siya on the greater scale. So makikita natin on the greater scale, makikita mo na dyan, nandito na yung developing frontolysis, triple point, the warm sector is here. So malinaw na malinaw yung printout in this case ng ating facsimile chart. So this is also a facsimile. Facsimile pa rin siya. So makikita natin, so dito na yung talagang sama ng panahon kasi developing na dito yung frontolysis. Hanggang dito na yung occlusion, ano. So makikita natin, and even yung trough is clearly stated with symbol and words. So in this type of surface analysis chart or synoptic chart, no, kitang-kita mo na diyan nasaan yung trough of the depression. So ang pinakamagandang example natin para madali nating maintindihan, what is a trough of a cyclone or what is a trough of a low pressure area? That is the extension of the surface pressure or that is the extension of the low pressure area. Kumbaga sa area na nandan yung trough, nandyan yung sinasabi nating buntot ng bagyo o hanggang dyan yung pinakamalaking sakop ng isang bagyo. So that is the trough of the depression or trough of LPA. The chart is essential synoptic in nature, prognostic data for direction and speed of movement, and central pressure values of pressure centers may be included. Retrospective data for pressure centers, horizontal distance scale, and a geostrophic wind scale may also be shown. So, ang isang surface analysis chart, kompleto na siya. Kung ikukumpara mo sa isang synoptic chart lang, wala ka dyan makikita ang cloud cover, wala ka makikita dyan na wind symbols, even baka yung trough, hindi pa siya masyadong kita kasi ikaw yung mag-identify nasaan siya. But in the surface analysis chart, nandyan na lahat. Nandyan na lahat yung symbols. Baka nga nandyan pa rin kahit extension ng trough. Makikita mo na rin dyan yung ridge kung nasaan. And yung pinakakumpletong weather chart talaga in a surface analysis chart. The area covered by a facsimile surface analysis varies from one transmitting source to another, and the seafarer can check its limits from the schedule. Surface analysis from any one source may cover different areas, and while a few meteorological offices may issue one chart daily, most issue at least two. One for 00 UTC and one for 12 UTC. Generally, the number of charts issued is greater for the immediate area of interest to the meteorological office compared with the number covering a larger horizontal area. For example, the UK Meteorological Office issues surface analysis covering its immediate area of interest for 00, 06, 12, and 1800 UTC. So those are the synoptic hours for the UKMO or United Kingdom Meteorological Office. Sa prognostic chart naman, or surface prognostic chart, it shows the anticipated distribution of surface pressure by means of isobars and related fronts for a future time. So, pag kalimutan, pag prognostic, that is futuristic or future time. So, nandyan yung anticipation mo ng sama ng panahon. So, pag makita mo dyan, nasaan yung extension ng low pressure area, nasaan yung trough of the depression. So, ayan ay nandyan sa isang prognostic chart. Yung ibang ginagawa, ang ibang meteorological center, ang ginagawa nila, nagawa sila ng 24-hour na prognosis. Pag sinabi natin prognosis, ito yung kanilang record. For example, ito yung weather natin for the next 24 hours. Okay? So, ganon ang kanilang mga ginagawa. It is a great help for the seafarer also kasi mas makikita nila ano yung galaw ng panahon natin. Ano yung galaw ng masamang panahon which refers to the area na nakakasakop. So there is a degree of continuity for the areas that is covered by prognostic chart. So para siyang BVS system na diniscuss natin last sa meeting natin na there is a covered or there is a program na pwede mong ma-adjust every 6 hours for the next 12, 24, or 36 hours kung nasaan na yung weather. So, yung mga forecasting sources na yan, dapat i-maximize natin siya. Kasi that is the digital age na tumutulong sa atin when it comes to weather forecasting. So this is a prognostic chart that is issued by VVS or Von Voyage system na ginagamit natin sa barko. So nakikita natin dito is yung laki ng alon, shaded part. Okay? So yan yung malaking alon. So masasabi natin, yung center na yan, nagde-develop, that is the center of the low pressure. And then, nakikita natin, so in this case, na dinaanan niya, masasabi natin na bago pa lang siya dumaan dito, kalmado pa lang yung weather kasi nandito pa siya on that time. Okay? And then, babalik na siya kasi ang ating biyahe lagi sa barko is pabalik-balik. So, i-reverse mo lang yung i-reverse mo lang yung biyahe mo. Okay? So, kung makikita mo na kung ikaw ay nandito ngayon at papunta ka dyan, at nakikita mo na may build up ng masamang panahon dito, all you have to do is plan. Plan in advance kung anong gagawin mo. Papalipasin mo yung masama ng panahon, or liliko ka dito, or shelter ka somewhere here, kung may isla man dyan, o kaya naman ay you will do your drifting here, palipasin mo muna yung sama ng panahon bago ka tumuloy dito. So in the VVS, you can do your run through or makakapag run through ka ng time every synoptic hour. That is the advantage of having the prognostic chart in your computer. So, ganun din dito, yung nakikita nyo, meron tayong buttons dito to adjust the time. Okay? So, this is a interactive prognostic chart by VBS. Another thing is the climatic data. So, routing chart for the oceans are published by the many organizations and list the data which is based on observations collected over a number of years. Okay, so ito yung mga data. Ito yung mga data na ginagather nila and then nire-record nila sa ating routing chart. Tandaan, routing chart. Okay, so we have the climatic conditions and we have the presentation. So ang paliwanag niyan is ito yung inwards and then makikita mo yan dito sa ating sample ng routing chart. So in this routing chart, this is the routing chart of North Atlantic Ocean in the month of March. Okay? So ito daw ang routing chart in the month of March. So sa March, ito yung kanyang weather system. So let's have another view. So yung nakikita nyo dito, ito naman yung routing chart dito sa may Philippine Sea, dito sa may Taiwan Strait, meron tayo dyan. Yung nakikita nyo mga arrow are the probability. Okay? So probability po yan ng current. Yan yung galaw ng dagat. And then meron naman tayo ditong wind roses. I have here sample of wind roses. Okay? So these are the wind roses. So these are the probability na dito yung takbo ng hangin. Okay, so yung araw na yan na nakapaikot, dyan daw yung pinanggagalingan, yung direction of the wind. So for example, in this one, in this arrow, if we are directed to the north geographically, so ang nanggagaling ang hangin sa northeast at yung probability niya is high probability. So yung details ng routing chart is meron tayo niyan na makikita mo talaga meron dong sukatan, dadangkalin mo siya by your divider at makikita mo doon gaano kalakas yung hangin na pwedeng mag-blow on that time. So, by the use of this routing chart, malalaman mo na, mapo-forecast mo na, ay, pag dumaan ako dito, ganito yung hangin na pwede kong ma-experience. So, take a look on this part. Okay? So, malakas yung hangin na pwede mong ma-experience kapag ang ruta mo dito is, for example, from Singapore, pupunta ka ng Kaohsiung. So, dito yung Singapore, papunta ka ng Kaohsiung dito banda. Okay? So, for example, kung dadaan ka dyan, pwede mong makasalubong, for example, itong hangin na to. So, nanggagaling dyan. Okay? Nanggagaling dyan yung hangin, tapos nandito yung barko mo. So, masasabi mo na, naaasahan mo na, anticipate mo na papunta dyan yung hangin. Okay? So, that you will feel the wind coming from China, from mainland China, papunta sa'yo. Okay? So, that is the use, or that is how you can use your advantage by understanding the routing chart. Another book or another publication na magamit is the Sailing Directions. So, ang Sailing Directions, these are the pilot books that includes climatic data on conditions at sea and climatic tables for observing stations in coastal areas. Information on mean pressure distribution for certain months, wind roses, winds of force 7 or greater, tracks of depression and tropical cyclones reduce visibility, and fog are presented in chart form. The supporting descriptions summarize the chart and provide additional data on cloud, precipitation, thunderstorm, air temperatures, relative humidity, fronts, and local winds. Ano pa yung laman ng saline directions? Meron niyang ocean currents, sea and swell conditions, sea surface temperature, ice build-up sa isang area. And although the data from both routing charts and sailing directions are climatic in nature, they are of value to the seafarer. However, intelligent interpretation of the data is needed, particularly in those areas where the weather conditions change frequently over relatively short periods. If the seafarer makes full use of onboard observations, weather bulletins, facsimile services, and climatic data, then he will have the best information possible to ensure the safe passage of his vessel. So those are the hardbound books and publications na makikita natin sa barko. These are the ASD or the Admiralty Sailing Directions. So it that have different volumes. So for example, yung volume 3 niya is Indonesia Pilot. Volume 2 naman niya is British Columbia Pilot. So yan yung iba't ibang nautical publication na makikita natin sa barko. Those are just example. So NP35, ibig sabihin is that is the nautical publication number 35. So you can use that as your tool. Isama mo na ang routing chart and and sailing directions para magkaroon ka ng effective weather forecasting. Siyempre, hindi mo magagawa ang effective weather forecasting kung wala kang understanding, kung hindi mo naiintindihan what is meteorology. What are those elements? Ano ba yung nakakagawa or nakaka-create ng isang bad weather condition? Okay? So that ends our topic, our lesson for weather forecasting. This is your instructor for this course, Sir Melvin. Thank you.